So,
This is where we don't agree. This part.
No, I don't think we disagree. So everybody knew that Punk was going to interfere in some way. There were people who thought it was going to be AJ Lee. I said that wasn't going to happen. I believe you said that wasn't going to happen either, but we fantasy booked
My heart
like if
wanted
she
it,
did
yeah.
show up, how should she
Yeah.
do it?
Yeah.
So we knew this was going to happen. So I think what is the most confusing and like frustrating part from like like what's the word I'm looking for? From
Unbiased.
No, it's just like from if you look at it from reality the perspective of reality
Yeah.
outside of wrestling, it doesn't make any sense that Punk was able to get involved in the match, interfere in this match, put his hands and make sure that Drew failed his cash in. And Drew's response to that was to have an outburst of anger, rightfully so, and he gets suspended indefinitely. But nothing happens to Punk, which they tried to make it seem like, oh, I was fined $25,000.
He was fined.
Boy, bye. You're
He was
trying
fined.
to say
He was.
they're trying to save face at this point.
Yeah, you gotta find both parties. They get
but
it, but one is
the thing that I think is they're gonna have to have this involved in the storyline. It has to be involved in the storyline. Like I even was talking to somebody and was saying, this could be somewhat of the foundation of a future Punk heel turn. That maybe he's like more of a corporate guy now in this second run, and that is why no one's doing anything because he's invading in these matches and ruining them. Because if you look at like these other instances of people interfering in matches, how quickly does Adam Pearce come out in the security? Not a single person has come out all 3 times that Punk has interfered in a Drew McIntyre title match. Nobody. Not a single soul comes out. So to me, it's like, okay, that has to be part of the storyline, right? Because Punk or Drew, when he was quitting, said, you guys aren't doing anything. You know, you guys are brainwashed by Punk. You're letting him get away with everything, blah, blah, blah. That's continuing. So I feel like that has to be involved in some way, because if you're thinking about this from a logical perspective, it doesn't make any sense unless it becomes part of the story.
Yes, it's going to come out at some point, building to their match, that Punk has received no punishments for his interference in anything. I would like to see it play out maybe in like, I don't know, him aligning himself with someone. Like there's so many layers you can go down with this story, so I'm kind of for it, and I'm just so invested at this point that you could throw anything, and I'm gonna be like a trained dancing monkey and just dance. You know what I mean? I'm here.
I'm into it as well. I just think that when there are threads like this kind of like blowing in the wind and the story, that's when I feel like, okay, you need to tie these up. You know what I mean? Because that is something that Vince wouldn't do. Like you would see these inconsistencies or these things that didn't make sense, not all the time, but often. And then you would be like, okay, but that doesn't make any sense. And all you had to do was have this happen. And then that would explain this. And so I just want to make sure, I mean, it doesn't matter, I'm not in charge, but I would like to believe that Triple H has a plan for this, because I feel like if it's not addressed, then it's a huge lost opportunity. And as I said, I know that I can have like too much of a logical brain sometimes when I'm watching wrestling, and wrestling isn't always logical. But I would not be able to like not think about this if they don't address it, It says Punk interfered in a triple threat to security is stopping that. But the problem is it's CM Punk. This is the third time that he's done that.
Sara.
I understand that, but it's the third time. So that's the thing, like Jay saying it too. I understand, but it's CM Punk involved in a Drew McIntyre match. I feel like the circumstances are far different than if this was just a random person getting involved. You know what I mean? Like, I think that is part of the story, but